Hello and welcome, our beloved viewers, to RTD's News English Edition. Tonight, for the highlights, we got validation of the National Strategic Operational Plan for Children 2022-2026. And on the international scene in Australia, rare 5.9 magnitude earthquake causes panic in Melbourne. Those were the major highlights for tonight. Welcome back to our newsroom, our beloved viewers. The Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed Roble, has brought together the main officials of the emergencies, including the two general directors of hospitals, that of Peltier and Chejo, the UNICEF doctors of polyclinics, the nurses staff of emergencies, to discuss together the improvement of the reception, the provision of care and hygiene within the emergency service of the country. Considered as the showcase of the health system, the emergency services require special attention in the quality of service provided. Therefore, the Ministry of Health has demanded a better offer of care through an improved reception and professionalism to offer quality service and an exemplary service to patients in all emergencies. Several topics were discussed with emphasis on the suppression of patients, abusive absenteeism, on-call bonuses, cleanliness and hospital hygiene, maintenance of equipment and managerial commitment of officials. Also, the issue of rationalization of drugs were also at the heart of the fruitful exchange by putting the fingers on the risk of migrable resistance or to antibiotics. The Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed, insisted with all interest to all the recommendations made by health professionals on the ways and means to solve these different recurrent problems of emergency services. The Minister of Health urged health officials to redouble their efforts to restore the image of emergency service, to acquire together the laurels of excellence. In the framework of elaboration on the national child policy in Djibouti, the Ministry of Women and Family, with the technical support of UNICEF, organized a validation workshop of the national child policy and its 5-year strategic plan, 2022 to 2026. This Wednesday, 2020 September, at the People's Palace. This national child policy, elaborated by 2 international consultants, is part of the important actions of the ministry and includes 2 components: the integrated development of early childhood, the protection of the child. For almost 3 weeks now, the various ministers and other sectors have been working together to draw up the strategic plan, which covers the period from 2022 to 2026, and in which all the activities that will enable Djibouti's children to fully enjoy their rights and have a better future have been integrated. The Minister of Social Affairs and Solidarity, Her Excellency Mrs. Ulufa Ismail Abdo, received this morning the Ambassador of the United States in Djibouti, Mr. Jonathan Pratt, in his ministerial cabinet. The meeting began with the exchange of congratulations and thanks from both sides. From the outset, the Minister of Social Affairs, in welcoming, emphasized the important collaboration and cooperation ties that binds the 2 countries. It should be noted that this first meeting took place around her closest collaborators. The minister presented the main lines of social policy, social programs implemented to reduce multidimensional poverty. Surrounded by her close collaborators, the exchanges were able to highlight the tools and means put in place for the social care of vulnerable households, as well as actions to promote the empowerment of communities and their exit from poverty. During the interview, the ambassador said that the Republic of Djibouti, being a privileged partner in the areas of economic development, is also in terms of community and social actions and could expand the partnership in other projects. For the second consecutive day, the operations of control of vehicles conducted by the police continued in the main streets of the capital, but also at the inspections. These measures come after the increase in traffic accidents caused by non-compliance with the highway code, including traffic lights. Indeed, the operations conducted by the Brigade of Road Traffic have intensified all the streets of the city. More than 60 drivers were presented yesterday during the first day before the prosecutor's office for non-compliance with traffic lights and endangering the lives of others. All the people questioned within the framework of these operations were the object of a call to order in front of justice, and all residents are exposed to heavier penalties. In addition, motorists have been engaging in risky behavior by driving in the 3rd lane, in some cases in the 4th. These dangerous behaviors are often the cause of serious or even fatal accidents. Speeding is the most frequent cause of traffic accidents in our country. Traffic lights are used to regulate and facilitate the flow of traffic. The National Police also asks drivers to be careful and civic-minded on the roads and to respect the traffic lights. The People's Palace has hosted yesterday morning an important meeting between professional and amateur athletes, leaders of sports federations, journalists, and personalities from the world of sport, organized by the National Olympic Committee and Sport Djibouti. Note that for the occasion, the national team of athletics in retreat made the trip. The meeting, which the theme was of Day of Reflection on Olympic Sports, organized by the President, Mrs. Aisha Garad Ali, has allowed a hard-hitting debate without language or with heritage, at the end of which was adopted recommendations that will be committed to the President of the Republic, His Excellency, Mr. Ismail Omar Guelleh, the first supporter of national teams. This day of reflection comes after the catastrophic results observed at international levels. During a very interesting debate, the presidents of different disciplines have discussed on how to raise the level of sport in Djibouti. After the debate, recommendations were adopted during this meeting. This meeting was closed by a family photo. The day ended with the swearing in of the athletes with Mr. Anyale Suleiman at their head towards the national flag. Moving on towards the new scene, and now, pardon me, the president of the University of Djibouti, Dr. Jama', supervised today the good progress of the competitions of the students of emerging and BBA administration in the atmosphere of the University of Djibouti. More than 250 students in engineering and more than 360 students have competed in this competition for admission to the University of Djibouti. Let us also recall that more than 550 students have passed yesterday this competition for admission to the Faculty of Medicine. Accompanied by the Director of International and Regional University Cooperation, the Director of Schooling, the Dean of the Faculty of Engineering, and the various heads of department of the university. The President of the University of Djibouti, Dr. Jama', went to the atmosphere of the University of Djibouti, where the written tests of the competition for students of engineering were held. The President supervised the smooth running of the written tests of the competition. The Director of the International and Regional University Corporation has, in reaction made to the radio television of Djibouti, said he was very happy with the smooth running of the written tests and the competition of students of engineering and Bachelor in Business Administration, which is also known as BBA. As part of actions to fight against smuggling, the Army BS, in collaboration with the elements of the Brigade of the Customs of Ali Sibeh, intercepted near the outskirts of the chief town of Ali Sibeh City a large quantity of contraband khat. The goods seized on this occasion consisted of 50 gas of khat of 70 packages, 10 packages of cannabis, hashish, and wine that the smugglers wanted to bring to Ali Sibeh. According to the standard procedure in force, this quantity was transmitted to the Customs Brigade and destroyed on the spot in the presence of the Chief of the Ali Sibeh Customs Brigade, Mr. Muhammad Mu'min Hassan. Shifting our focus towards the international scenes now, Australia. An earthquake of magnitude 5.9 struck Wednesday in the southeast of Australia, making the buildings of Melbourne tremble and run out of the panicked inhabitants. In a region not used to earthquakes, the earthquake, which occurred in a depth of only about 10 kilometers, surprised residents of Australia's second largest city at 9 a.m. and was felt for hundreds of kilometers around. Pele is exercising and hopes to get out of the hospital soon. Still hospitalized after his operation for a colon tumor, Pele released a reassuring video this Tuesday in which he exercises on a bicycle. With his usual sense of humor, soccer legend Pele released a video this Tuesday in which he is seen pedaling a bicycle in the hope of getting out of the hospital in Sao Paulo soon, where he is being treated after a colon operation. By this, our beloved viewers, we conclude this edition. Thank you for being with us, and make sure to tune in later for more. Have a lovely evening, and thank you.